And here we are, Freshtana, back for a game for Royal Family versus SNOOZE Esports, who, against all odds, took a loss just earlier against Red Lions in a very unexpected manner. Will Royal Family keep their streak going and keep at the same time SNOOZE's current losing streak going, or will they be able to turn it around and in the end take the win? What's your take on it, Freshtana?
I think that Royal Fam looks pretty damn strong, and especially now seeing that SNOOZE can firstly be beaten, but secondly can be beaten relatively, not easy, but solidly. I think that Royal Fam definitely should have the upper hand in this matchup.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. I think we'll have a poll surely going up in chat very soon, and in the meantime I think the game technically should be ready, so we should be able to jump right into it when I say now. That was smooth, and here we are in the Summoners Rift, dear spectators, ready for the last game of tonight. Royal Family Esports on the blue side, opposing SNOOZE Esports on the red side. Let's go.
Yeah, and just to keep you informed, the Champs League basically was Varus first pick into Milio Akali, into Nautilus Yasu, into Wayne, and then came Banface, and then Singzao into Kragas Nasus, last pick Quen. So Quen basically as a little counter pick to Nasus, and Yasu, they basically picked Yasu into Akali, so they definitely want to play that. And then we have the classic Yasu Kragas combo, wombo combo, which is always interesting. And we have Rakuzi again on Vayne, who basically solo carried their first game. On Twitch he couldn't do it, so they are back on Vayne.
Yeah, back on the Vayne for Rakuzi. Let's see how that works out. The champion that he's been performant on Tuesday. They will be going up against this Varus Nautilus bot lane, however, so I'm a bit skeptical, because Vayne does need to be in the gist of it in order to be able to dish out some serious damage, while Varus, he can keep his distance, and well, when you're very close to the enemy, it's easy to peel, right?
Yeah. I think this matchup especially shouldn't be too good for Vayne and Milio, just because, like we saw in the first game, Nautilus Varus is just really strong in this isolated 2v2. I kind of like the matchup top lane. It's both scale good, and Quen should definitely be stronger in the early game, but later on, I think that Nasus has a really good chance of winning it, just because he will just smash her 2 times and then she's dead, basically.
Oh, and here we have a Hook at the level 2 on to healer. Quite a lot of damage falling on the support of SNOOZE Esports, as now the focus shifts on to Rakuzi, who almost gets shown with the heal. He is surviving, however, Dan here dishing out quite a bit of damage. Has to be careful because he is alone currently against 2, but overall more or less even exchange, although Rakuzi slightly lower than the enemy AD carry for SNOOZE.
Yeah, what a skirmish there bot lane, but oh no, there comes more luck, but also kinetic. Oh, it's face checking.
Oh, more like getting caught here. Quite a bit of damage falling on the Gragas player as he gets low. First blood goes to Rakuzi. A good omen for SNOOZE Esports as we start the game. Then is he going to be able to get that turret? He does. Oh no, the turret hit with the hook. And Kinetic goes for it as well. Dies as well. What a chaotic start of the game here.
Oh, if he wouldn't have shielded himself, he would have died also. What a crazy term of events bot lane. And it's again Rakuzi starting with an early kill of Vayne. But also 2 kills on Singzao. We saw last game how really strong Singzao is. Just on itself, basically. And so this early game definitely will favor SNOOZE in the end. Morlock with a huge misplay there, face checking a brush. I mean, both jungled from top to bot, and both saw that bot lane is really low. So he could have imagined that Kinetic could stand on this brush, but he just face checked it, and then in the end gets run down by them. So Morlock with a little misplay, but in the end, Kinetic good counter gank. I mean, every winner has a loser, right? So Kinetic in this case was just at the right time, at the right lane. So Morlock was right to gank the lane, but in the end couldn't go for more than just one assist.
Yes. In any case, starting the game off well, those 2 kills on the jungler could prove very tedious in the future for Royal Family Esports if SNOOZE Esports keeps it up. It does seem like we have a slight favor for SNOOZE in the chat as well, as the poll ended with 55% for them and 45% for Royal Family. Still very close. It looks like both teams have their fans ready to defend them in chat in any case. Maybe a gang on the mid lane as Kinetic pulls up onto Rukumzufu, but he is able to flash away after getting some damage from the Akali.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Yasuo is definitely doing a good job. You can see it with the CS lead he has. Now he gets help with the push. But of course, a lot of minions there, and Rage can just farm then up. And we saw Rage's Akali performance one time in this split as well, so he definitely knows how to play Akali. Akali usually is a little bit weaker in the early game, so just being down in some CS isn't too bad. At the moment, Void Crux are being done by Kragas and Nautilus. Varus with that is being alone in the bot lane. Could get run down if he just steps too far forward, but they get an objective for that, so he is fine at the moment.
It wouldn't be too dramatic, and it's still a Varus. He can still be efficient while staying at a distance. Right now he's under the turret. The wave is starting to accumulate. This could prove a bit tiresome if it gets under the turret to CS that, but those early Void Grubs can definitely come in handy, especially if they can use that to get the next few ones as well.
Yeah, there it is. Now he is getting some solo XP, which could be really useful in those situations where he is then level 6 and can maybe ult Vayne while Milio isn't level 6. So they could maybe go for some sort of level 6 all-in play just because he has the solo XP, while Vayne just shared everything with Milio. And we see that top lane could be a big problem. I mean, Axo, even though he is a crazy good top laner, just falls down in CS, but that's, I mean, probably Axo and JJS are the 2 best top laners we have in the PEM. So, and it's just a counter matchup. So, and Nautilus isn't really known for his crazy good early game anyway. So, being down some CS in the early game hurts, but isn't too bad for him. He will just scale up. He will just get his stacks up and running. So,
I also think it's funny. This is a matchup where there is a lot of players who have played against each other in the past. There was I don't know if Valerian is not playing right now, but we do have Axo who did play against JJS in ESLOL. We do have Dan who also played against JJS. He also played against Kinetic when he still played for SNOOZE back in ESLOL. And I think it's just funny that those players who played together on the ZRL stage now face each other here at the PostTV Esports Masters.
Yeah, funny coincidence, definitely. And now, but I mean, after this really strong start, bot lane, lots of kills, lots of deaths, we don't see too much action right now, besides a solo kill top lane where the cam just thought, yeah, bot lane. Bot lane is the way to go. We don't want to see a tower dive top lane.
Usually we condemn the directed cam when it goes top lane automatically, but now we see the fight going on. We have Kinetic who decide to come into turret, take the turret. He is shut down by Axel, but gets a return kill through the turret on Rukuzufu. So 1-1, but the shutdown does hurt a bit.
It started with a... Oh, good!
Meantime, mid lane, Raj, is he going to be able to get away from this? We now have Mola coming in from the top lane. He is. Picks up the kill, 1v2 here.
I mean, Raj definitely sidestepped the ultimate by pressing W there, but I think it was just unlucky timing. I think that Dan thought Raj will go out, and with that he wanted to snipe him with the ultimate, and Raj just thought, I can kill the support there. So it was just really two different things, and in the end, Raj coming out of the situation. Oh, but gets sniped anyway.
Yep, either
sad.
way. Dan, a difference, I would say, going on here. In the meantime, on the bot lane, also some fighting. Rufu is going to fall again. Rakuzi getting really low, however, has to be careful because those minions can end up killing him here.
You know,
Gets away, however.
What another kill here, just for Kinetic. I mean, especially Royal Fam at least getting something out of the situation. In the end, top lane with the dive on Gwen and the dive on Kinetic, trading 2 for 1 basically. But again, it's SNOOZE who kind of dictate the pace of the game. You know, with the next gank and with some action on Kinetic, who kind of falls off in CS. But in the end, still has 4 kills, so he's probably rich at the end.
JJS now all alone on the mid lane is getting ganged upon by 3 members of Royal Family Esports. In the meantime, we had Axo rotating towards the Grubs, taking one already. Now his jungler is going to take over for the next ones. This is looking quite feisty for Royal Family if they pick up the 6 Grubs. Now early in the game they already have the Drake, and this is starting to look rather good for them.
Yeah, and now Dan needs to be a bit careful. Has no ultimate but has flash.
Yep, flash already out. Kanak is on to him. Rakuzi joining in. This is a kill and some shutdown money for Rakuzi. And they keep on going because now we have Rakuzi came in. He's able to pick up the kill against Rakuzi. TP came in from the mid lane. Shanrim also just around the corner will have to get on the turret as Kinetic keeps on pushing on the Yasuo players of Royal Family. Are they going to be able to catch him? Yes, they do. It's Raichu who picks up the last piece of that meal.
Yeah, but in the meantime, Axo at least gets some platings, especially with those Void Crabs. He has a lot of damage. And now we see the counter matchup. Reverse counter there. Just running at Gwen, and Gwen thinks, what? I am the counter pick? What is this?
Yes. What is going on? Now Axo able to dish out some damage. Rakuzi coming in, but it's too late. They pick up the kill on JJS, and this game just keeps going back and forth. One team takes a kill here, the other one takes a kill here, the other one takes an objective here, and if this one takes the objective over there, it's just a back and forth between SNOOZE Esports and Royal Family here.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted to see from both of those teams. Like I said, could be the potential final of the Post Esports Masters in the end. So both teams are crazy good, and both teams definitely know how to play well. And I mean, it's sad to see that JJS actually loses this top lane 1v1 because he had the counter pick. But also Axo just went through a painful laning phase, and now he's just the GOAT on the top lane. So luck for him, I guess.
Yes. Royal Family engages on that Drake, but they might be caught in between SNOOZE Esports members. They do go in. Drake is already done. It's a counter engage now as they find some damage. However, Rukuzufu already really low, has to fall back. Damage out, but from Royal Family is insane. Dan with the Q here picks up a kill. They keep on going. Morlag might be getting healer. We have TP coming in from Max, so a bit too late to join the fun. However, that's a double kill and the Drake for Royal Family Esports here.
Yeah, and with that, Axo even loses some platings top lane now. So, kinda yikes teleport there. But I mean, he was there for the fun, and that's all which counts. And we see the 2 Void Crabs. Void Mipes from the 6 Void Crabs. So, there is a lot of stuff, and we have 270 stacks, and if I count correctly, normally you say 20 stacks per minute, So if we count the minutes time times 20, it's 260. So he has more stacks than he should have, or it's basically the perfect, or even better than the perfect Nasus farm right there. So he is doing a great job and keeps up, and probably even can kill him 2v1.
Oh, here we have the 2v1 onto Axel. Quite a lot of damage falling onto him as a true damage. JJS plays it really well with the snips here. They do get the shutdown for Kinetic, as now Healer even joined up to help them out in a bit. But it did look really tight, especially for JJS here.
And I mean, Axel had no Ghost. With Ghost, he would have just killed Gwen and went out, right? So in the end, there you can see, and it's just the one item Nasus. Oh, the barrier just gets completely wrecked there. You couldn't even see the barrier shield. So much damage.
So Dan getting gang up on here. Still puts out a lot of damage onto Rakuzi. Now we have the follow-up with the last breath. Kinetic pushing the enemies away. Sticks onto Dan. Is able to take the enemy AD carry, but is going to die in the process here at the hands of Molak's Supremacy. Oh, it's just this back and forth, but things are starting to look rather good for Royal Family here.
Yeah, and they could even go for the Herald now, and it looks kind of bad for SNOOZE. I mean, they have a 6 and 4 kinetic Jing Sao, which is good and even right, 2 and 1. So they still have good chances in those team fights, and Brain will scale. But other than that, they just lose all the objectives. I mean, double Crux, no Heralds, double Drake, first blood turret. So basically, and even the second turret. So they just lost all the objectives in the world right now. And with that, Royal Fam just getting a really good pace in this game.
Yes. Definitely. And they keep on going to build up this lead. And SNOOZE Esports are a bit on the back foot here.
And that's really hurts for all those SNOOZE fans out there. And of course, even for themselves, I mean, they knew we are the best team from the qualifier and we will take down Royal Fam definitely. And Royal Fam even said, oh yeah, the only team who could be dangerous is SNOOZE, so it's a big rivalry. And in the end, Royal Fam just looks better on almost every single lane, maybe. I mean, they just outplay them even in team fights. So draft looks better. So it's definitely a hard one for SNOOZE.
Yes, as they go all in, Dan almost picks. They almost pick up the kill on Dan, but just not quite able to finish up with him.
Yeah, it was a close one, but wasn't enough. And it's sometimes a thing in League that you almost get one, but you can run out. And Axel is just farming up. This boy keeps on stacking and just does what a good boy does. Yeah, it's still the perfect count. I mean, you can see it's like 60 stacks over normal or good farm. So his normal farm maybe isn't too good. I mean, he's missing like 40 cess, but at least his stack count is good.
It's a nice Q here from Rakuzi. I think he's gonna escape. No, shutdown money goes to Rakuzi. Did flash in to get the kill here. Now we have a bit of a push situation going on middle lane. Kinetic goes in with the duel. Isn't able to finish him off, and in the meantime bot lane turret is taken by Molag along with the Herald. Now we have a healer together with Rajan to Shonorim. Are they going to be able to pick up a kill against Dan maybe here? The CC is just so long. No, they don't. However, we're able to get some pushing in here on the side of SNOOZE Esports, and that's good for them because they get some objective bounty through that.
Oh, Axel. Such a
Axel
good boy.
comes in, bonks Kinetic to death here. Healer also really low, is not getting hooked, but the Q hits Dan the sharpshooter here.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, and probably if we just can we get gold, because Axel probably has 3,000, maybe 2,500, 2,600. I was really close. I mean, he just never based and now can probably build a whole item or something. That's really crazy. And he has so much gold. He got even a tier 2 turret on bot lane, which is a lot of gold for a solo laner. So This Nasus will crack some heads, and it looks really bad for SNOOZE right now. Oh, they get...
Yeah, ooh, huge damage falling onto Rakuzi. Reich luckily is able to get away at least. TP from Maxo into the back line here. But the back line of whom? Nobody's there on the mid lane.
It's the second. I just teleport and oh, I'm too late anyway.
Yeah. Oh, hook landing here onto Reich. We get the damage out on the Akali player of SNOOZE Esports. Very nice way of getting over the wall. Very nice dodge on the Q here. He is maybe able to... No, he does not get away in the meantime on the middle lane. We have Kinetic Lane and Court here. Lots of damage coming in from Dan, who is just unstoppable at this point. Look at him hit those Qs.
To be quite honest, 19 minutes, first inhib, 3 drakes, 6,000 gold. That's kinda stompy. I mean, it's 17 to 11, so it's not. It doesn't looks like a stomp, but objective-wise, it definitely is a stomp. So, and that's like the matchup where we thought, yeah, SNOOZE maybe is the best team in the league and they want to qualify and stuff. But right now they look really, really shaky. And I mean, they lost to Red Lion before this game, right? So they really look shaky right now.
Yes, definitely a bit of a tight situation here for them, and they just... At the start it looked good, it looked very even between both teams, but it seems like SNOOZE Esports is indeed unable to kind of maybe get along with the situation that the enemy team suddenly has a lead, and they seem to be really having trouble to play from behind here.
Yeah, and Axo even bought experimental Hexquake. So again, an item, you ult, you get movement speed on attack speed. Oh wait, that's 2 good stats for Nasus, right? So kinda crazy that we see this item from him, and there's just no vision. They could maybe think that they are at Baron, they probably know it, but they just cannot stop it. I really like what JJS is doing. He's basically constantly split pushing. He will not win against Nasus, but that's not his job right now. He just threatens turrets. He even got a full tier 2 turret top lane, for example. Now, maybe gets a full turret bot lane, depending on how fast he is with the push. Or if he just gets run down. I mean, we see Nasus ulted, Nasus ghosted. So probably, yeah, he is just killing him. Unlucky, I guess. Good counter matchup there. Quen is so good against tanks, right? Sadly, it's not
big engage here on the top. Kinetic comes in from the back line. Right is the first to fall. Lots of damage onto the Gonzalo player as well. And it just looks really good for Royal Family, who keep on pushing. Lots of damage that they pull out. Ace coming in for Royal Family as they pick up the inhib turret on the top lane. The inhib on the top lane. And actually, I think with that, even the game.
And it's probably the fastest game of today, right? 21 minutes? 22 probably when it is finished. And that with the 2 top teams of the league. And one just totally stomped them in 22 minutes. I mean, what a crazy game. We said it could be the potential final. It did not look close as a final, to be honest. Royal Fam just really crushing in it. Maybe it was just a better draft. Maybe it was just a bad day for SNOOZE. I mean, they lost to Red Lion as well. But with that performance, SNOOZE definitely isn't the top dog anymore.
No, definitely not. Royal Family also showing that they're actually kind of a top dog coming into this competition right now, because not only do they win against what you'd expect to be the favorite based on the qualifiers, they get the revenge, they get the redemption arc as well, actually, versus SNOOZE Esports. Not only that, but they've won every single game up to now since season start, and with that, they stand atop of the leaderboards all alone. And maybe in order for you to visualize this, we can take a look at these leaderboards indeed, where you can see just how strong they are right now. Yes, now we should be able to get it very soon. And also take a look at maybe how different other teams are performing so far. Most teams should have played 3 matches up to now. Sometimes they play 2 in a day, sometimes they play a single game in a day. Here we go. Indeed, a royal family esports on top with a 3-0, followed up by Vase Esports, who currently are having a very solid track record with 2-1. And then we have a Red Lion standing 1-1, having only played 2 games yet.
And then, of course, the other half of the ladder is SNOOZE with 1-2, lost today both matchups against Royal Fam and Red Lion. Stable, also, I think lost 1-1, but lost the other one. Lost against Vase, but won against Hitmonlee. And then Hitmonlee sadly at the moment couldn't get a single win. But maybe next week they will get some of those.
Yes, because this is only week 1 after all. There is still so much to be played for. There is always this room for adaptability. There is always revenge that comes in this double round robin. So you definitely don't want to miss out on any of the game days, because it's long before it's over. Before we get to closing off this show, I would like to dish out a few thanks to people. First off, a big thank you to QG for once again doing a wonderful job as an observer. Big thank you to Rift for doing the production today. In the name of Post, of course, I would also like to thank the sponsors of this League of Legends competition and overall sometimes Post Esports Masters, Samsung, which sponsor the whole event, and Kia and Plume, who are also sponsors for this part of the competition. Big thank you to those all for making all of this possible. Last special thank you to the players who are very what's the word I'm looking for? They definitely play with us in order to allow us to get those recordings of the games, the raffle files, because of the spectator issues. So a big shout out to the players, and last but not least, thank you for tuning in on tonight's show. We will see you very soon, either on social media, you should follow those by the way, or we will see you next Tuesday for the next stream, starting off week 2 here at the Post Esports Masters. See you soon.
We are here today to find a state where past mistakes can fade away, where presence prevails, nothing predates, only now exists, but it won't stay. The temptation's real to give in to fear. That's future's way of leading us astray. A never-ending cycle repeats. The tension's building up inside you, feel unsure, 'cause you have seen the eyes of defeat. You gotta let go, you know that now it's time to do what we're best at. Time once again to bring it on and find the courage inside us. Once again the game is on. You have won and you've lost before. You were left with scars that time cannot erase. Still you're standing here once more, and not for help. Surpass yourself. It's time to do what we're best at. Time once again to bring it on and find the courage inside us. Time once again to bring it on. Once again the game is on. Once again the game is on. Gotta give it all time and time again. Never falter, a loss is not the end. Gotta give a good fight until the end. You will win by growing along the way. Gotta give it all time and time again. Surpass yourself, it's time to do what we're best at. Time once again to bring it on and find the courage inside us. Time once again to bring